Is Captain Jack back? Let's talk about it. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Edge Rated. I am Edge. Welcome to my channel. Let's get started. First things first. Did we see Captain America Brave New World? I got a chance to watch that this weekend, and let me tell you guys, I really enjoyed the movie. Um, I went in to this movie, I guess, with very low expectations, but after watching it, I gotta tell you guys, I was very impressed. Uh, Captain America: Brave New World, really, I guess the way I could see it and I want to take it is it's a new start, it's a fresh start. The story that it took place, the characters it involved, um, in this case, Anthony Mackie taking the place of the original Chris Evans character, Steve Rogers. Now it's Anthony Mackie playing what is, or his transition, I guess, from the Falcon over to Captain America. I thought it was a great movie. The story was very solid. There was a few moments where you kind of like, wait, what's going on? And I'll be honest with you guys, if you have not seen, excuse me, if you guys have not seen the Winter Soldier, or the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, a Disney Plus uh, series, then maybe you're gonna be a little lost. I really recommend watching it, and the reason behind it is because it does pull a lot of characters that came out in that series into the movie. So I guess it's a continuation of the series. But with that said, it's really good. It's a really good intro into this next phase that is Marvel Cinematic Universe. The characters were great. I think my favorite character, even though he came out maybe for about 10 minutes, the Red Hulk, played by Harrison Ford, which in this case, I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, but it's been in the trailer, so I don't think there's much spoiler there. His character arc, Thunderbolt Ross, which now he's the president, played by Harrison Ford, how his character arc goes from one that we know in previous movies being played by a different actor, which sadly passed away. William Hurt played him. Now Harrison Ford takes over that mantle. He does a really good job of showing, his story arc and what he is really wanting to do now that he's older. Um, if you guys are familiar with previous movies such as The Incredible Hulk, then you'll understand a little bit more where he's coming from. But overall, guys, it's an awesome movie. I think in a rating of 1 to 5, I give it a solid 4. Just because I thought that every character, minus a few that you're kind of asking yourself, why is he there? It's a great, solid movie. The family loved it. Took the whole family to watch it. Kids loved it. So that was great. And for an average viewer, um, such as, like, for example, my wife, she loved it. She thought it was a great movie, and she's not very familiar with these type of movies, this universe. So I think that was an awesome entry. What do you guys think? Did you guys see it? Have you had a chance to watch it? Will you be watching it? If you have, leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought. Like it? Yes. Plus, thumbs up, thumbs down. Let me know. Moving along to the next movie that I have on the list for you guys that I want to share with you guys. Now, this is an Apple Plus movie. If you have Apple, this is a very interesting movie, to put it that way. It's a new release. It stars Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy. It's called The Gorge. The small description that it gives us is that it's two highly trained operatives grow close from a distance after being sent to guard opposite sides of a mysterious gorge. When an evil below emerges, they must work together to survive what lies within. Let me tell you guys, I'm not entirely sure how to describe this movie. I'm not sure if it's a love story. Not sure if it's a comedy. No, not comedy. It's definitely a thriller. Maybe not a horror. Um, I guess the best way I could put it is a romantic thriller. And the reason why I say that is because obviously there's very good chemistry. I love the chemistry that Miles Teller's character and Anya Taylor Joy's character have. Um, but it's set within this almost scary backtone. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the movie that came out several years ago called Silent Hill. It gives me that vibe. A very mysterious gorge, which is just a hole in the ground. They're on opposite sides, and things are in there. We don't know what it is, or they don't know what it is. And without spoiling it much, they have to take care of it. They have to guard it from those things coming out. What's down there? Who knows? Do I recommend watching it? Yeah, I do. I do recommend it. I think it's a very interesting movie. Um, the scary elements maybe are not horror, you know, scary, horrible, where you're gonna have, nightmares, but it does keep you intrigued. I went through the whole movie. I like the characters' interaction, how they end up together, how they work together. And in the end, what happens, maybe it was a bit anticlimactic. I was expecting a little bit more out of it, but nonetheless, it was a fun watch. I do recommend it, at least as a one time. Will I ever go back and watch it again? Maybe not. But for the one time that I watched it, I thought it was awesome. I thought it was cool. It was definitely a, mid, movie, science fiction, thriller type of thing. But what do you guys think? Are you guys going to watch it? Are you guys interested? Have you even heard of this movie? Um, it doesn't seem. The one thing that I will tell you guys is that Apple is not big on advertising their movies. Like, for example, Disney, Universal, Warner Brothers, they're huge with advertising their content. Apple doesn't seem to do that very much. If you're an Apple owner, Apple iPhone, or any type of Apple product, normally they give you a free trial to Apple TV, and they just kind of put their stuff there. And if you watch it, you like it, that's awesome. But for the most part, you don't really hear. And they have great content. I really recommend. That's one of the studios where I recommend watching. But it's not very heard of. It's not very common to hear their stuff. And this is one of them. I happened to see it on my Apple TV when I opened it, which I hardly ever open Apple TV. And I saw the trailer and was like, wow, that seems very interesting. I want to watch that. So I do recommend it. If you have one of those days that you're, just not wanting to do anything, give it a chance and watch it. Before we move along to some of the news, exciting news that I've just kind of been hearing and reading about, let's take a look at how the box office did this weekend. Sorry, I'm eating my words today. Let me show you guys what we have here. Captain America actually came in first place. Let me show you guys. Here we have for this, and it was a long weekend. Let's be honest. It was a 3-day weekend because of President's Day yesterday. But nonetheless, as you can see here, Captain America came in at number 1. Between February 14th and the 16th, we can see that it did $88.8 million, followed by Paddington in Peru, which was the second one that came out. Now, this is a movie that I'm fairly interested in, even though I haven't really seen the first one and the second one. So I think I'm going to have to go watch the second part to Paddington. But I hear it's a great movie. Every time that this movie is brought up by fellow YouTubers or critics, they really love this movie. I personally haven't seen it, but you guys let me know. Have you guys seen it? Do you plan on watching this movie? I want to do that. I think kids will definitely love it. It's a wholesome family movie. Um, but Captain America ended up coming in first. So far, if you're looking, we're seeing that it is at 100 million so far domestically, which means here in the US. Internationally, it's done 98 million to a total of 198 million just for this weekend alone. So that's pretty good. Not what people were expecting. Most critics, most movie enthusiasts, YouTubers were saying that it wasn't going to make any more than 80, 85 million on its opening weekend. Of course, we'll definitely see how it goes moving along. As the movie progresses, maybe the second weekend won't be as strong. Uh, Third weekend might not be, but it really depends on what's coming out at the time or what's coming out next weekend. So I'll definitely keep you guys posted on this. Let's move on to our rumors. See what we got going on. The first rumor that we have is that Captain Jack Sparrow might be back. Are you guys fans of the Pirates of the Caribbean uh, franchise? I guess could it be series, universe? Not entirely sure. But this comes from Dark Horizon. Let's see what it says. Johnny Depp rumored for Pirates return. It says about a year ago, producer Jerry Bruckheimer confirmed that two different Pirates of the Caribbean films were in the works. One to be a straight up reboot with the whole new cast, and the other a female centric film with Margot Robbie slated to lead. One of those was penned by Chernobyl and The Last of Us series creator Greg Mason. Sure if I'm butchering that. Mason, and original pirate scribe Ted Elliott before a subsequent rewrite by Jeff Nathanson. At the time, he was also asked if Johnny Depp's Captain Jack Sparrow would appear, to which Bruckheimer said, "It's a reboot, but if it was up to me, he would be in it." Reports emerged late last year that filming was charting a start date of late 2025 on St. Vincent Island. Names like Ayo Edebiri, Austin Butler, and Hailee Steinfeld have all been suggested online. Rumors about the new film. Depp was key to the franchise with actors Jeffrey Rush, Orlando Bloom, and Keira Knightley among the various regulars. But the fourth and fifth films, which lost several key cast and director Gore Verbinski, are generally seen as the weakest entries in this series. What do you guys think? Do you think that Johnny Depp will be back? Personally, I would love it. I'll be honest with you guys. I think Johnny Depp is what made these movies. I think his character, even though, yes, I do agree, it did get a little weak towards the fourth movie. I think they were kind of running out of ideas. If you guys remember, maybe you didn't follow it, but a couple years ago, he did run into legal problems. He was actually booted out of the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise because he was having trouble with his ex-wife, and there was a lot of allegations of, misconduct on both ends. So he did lose out on, I think, Pirates of the Caribbean 5 or 6. But, time has passed. He was proven in court that, he didn't do a lot of things that he was being accused of. So he cleared his name. So what do you guys think? Do you think he stands a chance? Do you think he should be giving another chance to come back to this franchise? In my opinion, he made the franchise. If it wasn't for his character, Jack Sparrow, there would not be a Pirates of the Caribbean movie. I personally think, even though I think it would be awesome for somebody like Margot Robbie to come in and, make another take on that movie, but I still think Jack Sparrow would be the best one. I think he would really bring in all those fans that were really pushing for him to stay within it. But again, what do you guys think? Do you think that's a good idea? Let me know in the comments. I am more than happy to discuss it. I think it's a good idea. Do you think so? Maybe not? Let me know. On to the next movie that I wanted to talk to you guys about. Let me show you guys. So we have photos now of the new Christopher Nolan movie, The Odyssey. And this one is a photo of Matt Damon in what looks like he is gonna be playing the lead character in this movie. Now, I don't know how familiar you guys are with, uh, Greek mythology and these type of um, stories, the Odyssey. Let me read the description and then we can discuss a little bit more. So, first photos: Matt Damon and Nolan's Odyssey. The first official photo has been released from Christopher Nolan's adaptation of Homer's The Odyssey. The shot showcases a look at actor Matt Damon in costume. Universal confirming with the photos released that he is playing the story's lead character of Odysseus. Damon's Damon leads a cast that includes Tom Holland, Anne Hathaway, Zendaya, Lupita Nyong'o, Robert Pattinson, Charlize Theron, Benny Safdie, Elliot Page, John Bernthal, John Leguizamo, Corey Hawkins, Mia Goth, and the list goes on and on and on and on. The 8th century poem recounts the 10-year journey of Odysseus, king of Ithaca, as he travels home after the Trojan War. He and his crew encounter many perils, including massive monster, lethal sirens, a sorceress, and the vengeful god of the sea. Meanwhile, Odysseus' wife and grown son must contend with aggressive suitors that have designs on the throne. The project will shoot throughout the remaining first half of this year in Sicily, the UK, and Morocco, using brand new IMAX film technology. The film will open July 17th, 2026. What do you guys think? Personally, I love it. I am a huge fan of Christopher Nolan. I think all his movies are just amazing. They are epic. And for him to tackle this story, let me tell you guys, I have always loved the story of King Odysseus. I remember watching one of the first Odyssey movies made back in early 90s. I don't even remember who the actors were, but let me tell you, I was hooked. I've read the story, Homer's The Odyssey, the actual book, and let me tell you, this is exciting. And look how many actors are involved. I think that when it comes to Christopher Nolan, he pulls the best actors in the business. We're talking about Matt Damon, who's playing the lead character. We have Tom Holland, Anne Hathaway, Zendaya, Lupita Nyong'o, Robert Pattinson, all the actors that he's worked with throughout the years and previous projects that he's made. He always brings them back, and all his movies are just more and more epic. And I am telling you guys, this looks extremely exciting. I cannot wait for this movie. It's definitely on my top 5 most anticipated for next year, because this is not coming out until next year. But nevertheless, I am excited. What do you guys think? Are you excited to watch this movie? What do you guys think of the rumors of Captain Jack Sparrow? Are you excited about that as well? Let me know. Leave a comment and let's talk about it. Well, that's it, guys. I am happy to share news this week, or this starting week, actually. Let me know if you guys saw any of the movies that I mentioned for this weekend. Are you planning to watch any of these movies? Are you excited for anything that's coming up? Is there anything that you guys want me to talk about? I am definitely here. Leave a comment below. Thank you guys for joining me. I will talk to you guys on the next one.